Hello, and welcome to part 2 of Late Night Shenanigan fanfic reading poops with Slanith and...
You need to stop pooting.
I'm pooting, so you shall deal with it. Now, announce yourself!
PMK 95,000.
Now continue with the story.
When we left off, shit happened. An hour later, the carriage was left to pick up Aaron finally arrived. He nervously said goodbye to his mother and Mikasa as the driver swung her belongings in the back of the car. Wait, somebody is kidnapping Mikasa. What? It was elegant, carried the royal emblem of the state of Mary, which drew the attention of passers-by outside the Yeager family home. And although very few were aware of the fate of Aaron, the rumor of his commitment to Irvin Smith had gained momentum in the last 3 years. That long? Huh. Some considered him lucky. Others just felt sorry for him because he was forced to join her life to a man who, though it was a noble of the most wealthy and respected the rule of Mary, twice her age. Her. Who is this her? Is Mikasa being dragged into this somehow?
It's the same her from previous stories we've done.
The translationer. Carla would not let Aaron. He refused to let go even if I knew that ship with Aaron was further back. I am not shipping them. No. No, bad story. Promise me you'll be good to Mr. Smith, respect it, and not get in trouble. Wait, it? Is she talking about his D now?
What?
She said respect it. Aaron tried to free the warm embrace of his mother, but could not deny that he wished to remain so for a while longer, recording in his memory his warmth and affection because I would not feel them in a while. What?
What?
Leave me out of this. I'm not doing anything. He climbed into the carriage and saw Mikasa standing next to his mother. Wanted to say something, but the words were jammed in the throat.
Ew.
That escalated quickly. He knew that if he was at that time, would be released to mourn. Because I certainly did not want to leave. I did not want to leave his family and start a new life with a man she barely knew. Wait, what?
Oh, what's going
What am I doing?
What are you doing over there?
Apparently, I'm leaving his family and starting a life with a man that she barely knows. It's right, I certainly do not want to leave. The carriage was launched by the narrow cobbled street, away from the Yeager family home. Erin looked out the car window and looked back. Her mother had begun to mourn. Mom! She cried almost out of the carriage. Wait. So, wait, his mom, what? She responded to his call and tried to run after him. Aaron! Whatever happens, have to be happy. 2 days of travel to the interior of the state of Mary. Aaron used the time to think about what he would do once he reached the house of one who was to be her husband. I barely know him, but was denied the... Okay, is this supposed to be like a female Aaron or something? I'm so confused right now. Or are they just gay? I barely know him, but was denied the respect he owed to Commander Irvin Smith for what he had achieved during battles. Intelligent, respected, Irvin was a capable commander that aroused the admiration of many, especially in Aaron, who had known him when he was 12 years old. Oh God. Now become his consort. They would be married. It was an unusual tradition, marry men, but the constant wars and significant reduction of the human population had enabled men have the gift of procreation. What?
What?
Okay, so apparently men can have babies?
Well, that explains the,
That explains the MPreg. Because of that, the marital relationship between the same sex had been approved by the clergy to perpetuate the human race. And although there were few men blessed with the gift of conceiving, good fortune had come to Aaron. Can you really call that good fortune?
Depends on your point of view.
Exactly. At 15, in a review of genes, his father had revealed his ability to conceive, so marry the Commander Irvin Smith was possible without opposition of the clergy, who watched over the fulfillment of the laws imposed by man. The carriage stopped after traveling for half an hour a cobbled path corresponding to the land of Irvin. At the end of the road stood proudly a mansion harmoniously contrasted with fir forest that covered the esplanade, esplanade as far as the eye.
What?
Aaron had the opportunity to enjoy the scenery Shingeki did not possess to be a district near Mary. At the heart of the state was surprised by the air that is breathed in place. It smelled different, it felt different. It was cool because of the mountains and the altitude of the terrain. The sky even seemed to have another hue, and the color of the earth was red. Aaron got out without removing the view of the stage it had reached. Everything was different, magical, and even mysterious.
Oh.
Before him stood the main building of enormous dimensions. It had large windows on all 3 levels, and the walls were displayed leafy vines. The doors of the mansion were opened, and 2 maids in stylish uniforms met him. Aaron bowed and jumped back in surprise. In that order? Okay.
Sure.
Welcome, Yeager-sama. Aaron blinked in confusion. Never had spoken with such formality. All his life, he has been a simple villager without social status worthy of envy. When crossing the gates of the mansion, he marveled at the luxury which was of every corner of the place. He stood out on the whole of the floor. The floor lay covered by a scarlet carpet or woven embroidery on the sides. The richly carved walnut furniture and walls adorned with paintings looked Aaron had only had the opportunity to see in books. Irvin appeared suddenly, like a ninja.
Oh God!
He didn't actually say that.
Oh.
He emerged from his
That would have made the story epic.
He emerged from a spacious living room adjacent to the central staircase, and his face lit up when he saw Aaron. I immediately approached him and stood before him.
What is it doing there?
I am here for the cake. He bent down, took his right hand, and kissed the back of it. Aaron tensed and instinctively tried to reclaim his hand. Irvin stood and watched him intently, studying. Aaron felt like an animal about to be sold to the highest bidder. Uh-oh. The last time I saw you, you were 15 enunciated, Irvin. His voice, Aaron goosebumps. What?
His voice, Aaron goosebumps.
Yes. I'm so glad to have you here. I'll just give you all the happiness you deserve, because from now on this will be your home. You will be master of my land.
What?
Aaron did not know what to say. Neither do I.
Wait,
Irvin intimidated.
Master of my land?
That is what he said.
That sounds so dirty.
You would take it that way. Aaron did not know what to say. Irvin intimidated him by his bearing and graceful presence, but appreciated and reassuring the goodness that was reflected in her eyes. How? He knew that he would be safe. The thanks, she managed nervously. Aaron was expressive, like an open book. His gestures were always so transparent and honest that Irvin realized he could not help but smile. Then don't help but smile, you bitch. He walked a little and gave orders to bring things up to her bedroom, Aaron. Carry Aaron to his quarters. Prepare everything to serve you accordingly. Irvin looked anxiously. He smiled.
Oh, God.
So be tired from the journey. Sit back and rest. But during dinner we will talk, Irvin interrupted. We have all night for it. He turned to kiss the hand of Aaron and retired. Well, I guess he's out of a job. Aaron nodded, unable to speak. Someone was taken to his room on the third floor of the building. He was surprised to see that it might well fit your home, at least the first floor. Tapestries decorated the floor, wardrobes stood by the door and connecting to the bathroom, and a bed that doubled in size to the one in Shingeki occupied a small space in the bedroom. What? The white silk canopies fell like a waterfall by the bed-frame blue quilts. The servants who had previously received Aaron deposited their belongings in the closet and then retreated. Why are they putting their belongings in the closet?
I think they're going to be fine.
Once alone, Aaron dared to cross the room. The first thing I did was open the window of 2 doors that led to a balcony, Folksy. What's a balcony, Folksy?
Why are you opening random doors?
No, I'm opening the window of 2 doors. I don't know what that means, but that's what I'm doing. Leaving the warm breeze of the field have received, and with some fascination observed land belonging to Irvin. They came as far as the eye.
What?
The life of a nobleman did not compare to that of the peasants. We stacked like cattle outside the state to make room for the wealthy. We deserve this land as much. We live in the same realm, breathe the same air. All are equal, Aaron thought aloud. After observing the landscape, turned into the bedroom and saw the bed. It was at that moment when Aaron decided to put aside the shyness that had reigned since he came and threw himself to the bed. It bounced a few times on the soft mattress, feeling nice. What bounced on the mattress?
Oh, God! But, with flat, we leave it there to the imagination.
And the lavender scent given off blankets invaded his nose, relaxing it.
No, sorry, I said we leave it there.
Oh.
It's over.
Were you at time?
Yes.
Oh.
So when I say leave it there, we leave it there.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah.
right? Comment, subscribe, slap PMK,
Yes.
and look forward to the next part. Anything else?
Um.
Okay then.